Hello everybody, it's Starrapter here. Welcome to the channel. Every week I break it all down for you guys, from the comics to the novels to the TV series, anything else that ties into the Star Wars films, I talk about it. So this week we have two new comics from Marvel. First one I will be talking about is Darth Vader issue 14. I love that image of Vader coming out of the water. So cool. So this is part 2 of the Burning Seas arc. So we have a spark of a war on Mon Cala in the last issue. So we pick up right in this issue where we have the Empire in force going down to the surface dwellings of Mon Cala. They are trying to take over this planet after they were threatened. And we have Vader, who is trying to find a Jedi that is supposedly the one that is helping out the strategy and whatnot with this King Lee Char, who was from the Clone Wars. So by the end of this issue, we have the Mon Cala, who does this brilliant battle plan where they evacuate all of their people from these surface cities to go down to the planet where most of them live underwater. They do this, and they basically summon these whale creatures to cause tidal waves on the surface of the planet, taking out all of their surface dwellings with the Imperials already on them. So it's a huge crushing blow to the Empire, and I look forward to where it goes next in the following issue. So getting into the things that I liked about this issue, first off is the artwork is incredible, especially in the beginning. It opens up, you see AT-ATs, you see TIE fighters, you see gunships flying around with Vader and all the Inquisitors. It's just a very cinematic opening, which I really enjoyed. Also, there was some great use of flashbacks in this particular issue. We see a whole page dedicated to Vader knowing about Mon Cala as he was Anakin Skywalker there during the Clone Wars. So we see Padme, we even see Jar Jar. So it's just really great artwork that kind of really lends itself well to that Clone Wars type of animation. Another thing that I liked is the flashbacks of Anakin Skywalker basically taking, on the temple of killing all the younglings and whatnot, because we do get introduced to this Jedi. So I believe it's nobody we have seen before. He is an Iktachi alien. Kind of looks like Sassy Tin, one of his horns chopped off, and he apparently found the recording of Anakin Skywalker on Coruscant. He had a slicer help him out to recover the data to figure out it is him. And he has this kind of following of what looks like Jedi Padawans. So it's going to be interesting because his mission is to try to avenge the Jedi. So I think we're all going to know where this goes because they want to kill Vader. That's not really going to happen. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing how that plays out. Another thing that I like to see was the Ninth Sister actually using that mind probe ability that Kylo Ren has. So it is one of those instances where we know that certain Force users have certain affinities to certain abilities. So you have somebody like Quinlan Vos, for instance, who can touch objects and see the past interactions with that object, where he has somebody like the Ninth Sister who can look into the minds of somebody. And Vader obviously has incredible Force choking ability and Force adeptness with pushing objects and whatnot. So yeah, I really enjoyed this issue. It was great. You see more Tarkin and just more of the Empire in its infancy. And the other comic that came out this week was Thrawn issue number 3. So with this issue, it is all about the introduction of Arihnda Pryce. That's right, that is the governor of Lothal during Star Wars Rebels. But we see her in her upbringing, where she has come from on Lothal, and her thirst for power that kind of elevates her in position in the Empire. And it really just shows us her first interaction with Thrawn. That's how this all comes into play, and how she needs him for something and he needs her for something. So they have something of a mutual kind of agreement to help each other out. So again, to the things I enjoyed was overall the way that Jody Houser, the writer, manages to kind of condense the storyline of Arihnda Pryce without, taking out anything that's very important. So she leaves all the big important pieces in there and just shows us this character that you kind of learn to hate, because by the end of this issue, she pretty much betrays her planet to the Empire as well as her friend, which she pretty much almost lets her get executed at that point. So you really do get a good understanding of this character from just one single issue. The artwork is also awesome. I really do like how when they are talking to another character and referring to another character or another past event, you have this artwork of a ghostly figure of that referred character in the background. It's just a nice little touch, as well as the little tiny kind of portraits, especially in this one instance where Thrawn is fighting in this kind of dojo. It shows his eyes from a close angle. The artist Luke Ross has done this in the past with Darth Maul, where it focuses on his eye to see where he's looking. So I really like that kind of kinetic feel to the combat. It's always nice seeing Thrawn, get his hands dirty, and seeing that actually represented on the page rather than from just reading a novel is also very cool as well. And this issue just provides the overall kind of feeling of what the Empire's like. As far as a bureaucracy, you have Arihnda Pryce, who is trying to increase her station in the Empire and in, this whole kind of society on Coruscant. She's kind of crossing like different senators and working for different governors, and again in this one you see Tarkin's in like everything anymore, so we see a lot of interactions with Tarkin, her making deals with the Tarkin to become the governor of Lothal. So definitely not as much action in this issue, but it does move the plot forward quite a bit. So next week we can look forward to a brand new novel, to Star Wars Last Shot, and it's written by Daniel Jose Older, and this is kind of the prequel slash epilogue to Han Solo and Solo: A Star Wars Story coming out. And we have one story which is like a prequel with Lando and L33T, his new droid. Then we have a story with Sana Solo and Han Solo, and then we have a story after the events of Return of the Jedi when Lando and Han have to work together to do something, I'm not sure, something with this device and this gangster. So I'm very much looking forward to this because I've read 2 excerpts so far that you can find, I think, both of them on StarWars.com, and they definitely look like the author has really captured the vibe of Han. So I'm very much looking forward to that. But we also have Poe Dameron issue number 26, which is kind of going to branch what issue number 25 was into The Force Awakens. So I've been looking forward to that, as well as Star Wars Adventures Annual number 1. So I want to talk to you guys in the comment section below. What did you think of Darth Vader number 14? It still remains my favorite Star Wars comic to date. Is it yours? How about Thrawn issue number 3? Are you liking the adaptation of the novel? Did you read the novel, and are you reading the comic? Let's talk about it down there in the comment section below. If you are new to the channel, I have plenty of other Star Wars content that I release on a weekly basis. I'm very much into this new Star Wars miniature game by Fantasy Flight Games called Star Wars Legion. I am going to continue rolling out content for that game. So make sure if you like this video and you want to see more Star Wars and you don't want to miss out on any other videos, that you do subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a lot, and it makes it easier for you guys to find my videos. My name is Starrapter. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you always. Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also include 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me, and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Starrapter.